We gon' let this whack fly like this they've sowing.
Back in Rome, the ancient period, Caesar came to be. He was known, he rose all the ranks in the military. Marched with legions, armor shining bright, like he trying to fight. Different regions, Gaul and Hispania established all his might. But here's what happened, the whole of July, 100 BCE, Caesar was born in the state of Rome, a noble family. There was chaos, lots of civil wars, and no equality. He was like,
Ooh, there's so many wars, they don't know what to do.
that's his chance, he can get more racks, might be the governor too. Back to Rome, alliance was made, and Gaul with the troops. Marched back home to be a citizen, cause they know he a menace. To Italy, he marched all his men, they duked like they was Dennis. A civil war, G5 for power, people getting sour. Like Pompey, Caesar made him cower, all his troops devoured. Here's his plan, government reforms, get Rome some more bans. He's the man, and he built some houses, buildings on the land. To foreigners, y'all can stay there too, do what you gon' do. Y'all citizens, you can join the crew, but needing something new. Picked up the crown, the whole crowd grew loud, but then he paid a due. A month later, in the stage of Rome, a tragic affair. Conspirators, Brutus and Cassius, the traitors were there. They some rats, when they saw him poppin', they all started plotting. Stabbed him once, then they stabbed him twice, now his body dropping. A two brute, Caesar cried in pain, betrayed by his own friend. He was tough, now his life is fading. A tragic bitter end, a sentence chamber, stained with his own blood. From one he could depend, but fate had plans. At the Ides of March, where heroes often die, Caesar the Great, he's known far and wide, carved in history's eyes. A conqueror, general of Rome, his legacy lives on from ancient Rome. And we learn and we see the rise and fall of Braun. The rise and fall of Braun.
We now from 63rd.
Start.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm here to talk about the new hit single, Crazy Story of Julius Caesar. Here today to explain the lyrics of the new hit song are singers and songwriters Aduna, Ernesto, and Curran. Now this first question is for you, Aduna. What was the context behind bar 4 in your new hit single?
Alright, so in bar 4, it pretty much talks about Julius Caesar going into Gaul and Hispania, establishing his might. And the history behind that is Julius Caesar, he advanced his political presence in Gaul and Hispania by becoming the governor there. So yeah, that's the history behind that line.
Okay, interesting stuff. Now this next one's for you, Curran. Can you explain the meaning behind bars 7 and 8?
Okay, so bars 7 and 8 represent the significance of the wars that were going on during Julius Caesar's time in the military. Julius Caesar, because of these wars, he was able to establish himself as the leader and gain support and popularity among the citizens of Rome, the military, and most importantly, the senators of Rome.
Okay, moving on. What happened in Italy as referred to in bars 11 and 12?
In Italy, during this time, Caesar went back to Rome to consolidate his power as an absolute dictator, and he rewrote the legislature so that he was able to have absolute power over the Roman Empire.
Okay, thank you. Aduna, how do lines 16 and 17 relate to Julius Caesar?
Alright, so in line 16, that's Julius Caesar because it talks about him sponsoring the buildings of Forum Julium. That's one building, and then he also rebuilt the two city-states of Carthage and Corinth. And then in bar 17 pretty much talks about him allowing the new people to come into the Roman Empire, grant them citizenship. So yeah, he granted them all citizenship to the Roman Republic. That's the history behind bar 17.
Okay, thank you. Ernesto, who are the rats as referred to in bars 22?
The rats that are referred to in line 22 are Brutus and Cassius.
Okay, Aduna, do you care to elaborate?
Okay, so yeah, in the bar says there's some rats when they saw him popping, they all started plotting. So pretty much when they said started popping, it pretty much means like when they saw him starting to get more power, they didn't like that because they thought he was gonna become an absolute dictator. And then when they started plotting means they started plotting like killing him and stuff. They wanted to kill him because they didn't want that. So yeah, that's what the bar is.
Okay, that's quite heavy. Curran, why don't you end us on a nice note? What does fate had plans at the Ides of March mean in bar 27?
That represents how there was a common belief that when Caesar died on the Ides of March is the March 15th. When Caesar died by the hands of Brutus and Cassius on March 15th, it was not just coincidence, but fate had it in store for him. And this belief led to the civil war between Mark Antony and Brutus later, after his death, because of the difference in belief between that it was fated that he would die and that he should die, and that he was unjustly killed by conspirators.
Yeah, fate versus free action. Always a interesting conversation topic. Well, that's all, folks. This has been Curran, Aduna, and Ernesto talking about, again, the new hit single, Crazy Story of Julius Caesar. Adios.